But honestly, babe, I needed to tell you that, okay? So that you don't get worried about the baby.
Each time I make a memory, then I'll try to make it with you.
Good morning, besties. Today is the 1st of March. I'm going to be getting discharged later today. However, baby surprise has to stay behind. I don't know, I feel like it's probably one of the weirdest, most awkward things I've ever done. And I have said that I've done weird and awkward things before, but this is probably the very top of the list. From all the experience I know, you give birth to a child, and the child literally never leaves your sight, and you go home and you take the child home with you. But this time around things are a little different, so I'm kind of bummed out about that. I need to sit down. I'm honestly kind of bummed out about that. However, given the situation and the circumstances, it is literally the best thing that can happen for our little dumpling right now. I'm not going to be able to go to see baby surprise right now because they're doing the handover from 6:30 until 8 in the morning, and in the evening they don't really let anybody in because, you know, they're changing shifts and they're going through paperwork to make sure they're ready to answer any questions that the parents may or may not have. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and give myself a head start. I'm gonna start pumping. I've actually been pumping plenty for this little dumpling. I'm just gonna try pump as much as I can today while we're here, and then I will continue the pumping journey at home. At this point though, baby surprise is not necessarily feeding from the milk. They're feeding through an IV, just because baby surprise's little tummy wasn't quite ready yet. It was absorbing food and all of that fun stuff. I mean, like milk, not food. But then it kind of stopped absorbing, which I completely sort of kind of knew it was coming because I was doing my research. And you know, when babies are born, they have to pass that meconium, that black poop, and all of that fun stuff. But because baby surprise is literally 7 weeks early, that hasn't happened yet, which means the tummy wasn't quite ready yet. And so when the doctor told me that, I was like, yeah, I kind of sort of knew that was coming. It's not a train smash. It's not something to like literally curl over and cry about, because it's not like baby is going hungry. So that's what they're doing. But in the meantime, just pumping the milk to keep the supply going, for one, and two, for when they remove the IV and they're ready to feed the milk again, then there is milk to give. So I'm trying to be as prepared as I possibly can. I have my Nuke pump, which has been amazing. They had borrowed me their Medela pump here, but it had a bit of mold, and I'm like, no thanks, I'm good. I mean, it looked pretty clean, but I was just so worried about the mold. And I've read somewhere on some paper, on some research, or heard somewhere from some mom that the pumps they use in hospitals tend to be a bit moldy. I have just pumped a whole 120 mils of liquid gold in barely 15 minutes. Breakfast just got delivered right now, but you know what? I'm not even gonna bother touching that. I'm heading straight upstairs right now to go see my dumpling because it is 8 a.m. I can't wait. I just need to hold baby surprise's tiny little hand and just love upon that dumpling.
Child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve all the bad and the hurt. I know you tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright.
I swear, you guys, this is probably the most suckiest situation to be in, but I can't help but feel positive. Like every time I go see baby surprise, I feel a new sense of hope. Baby's doing great. There's nothing really alarming or concerning that's happening. It's all good things every single day. It's all good things, and I feel so positive. Like I can't find anything negative to say or to sort of like worry myself about. But I don't know if this makes any sense. I mean, I'm naturally just a positive, look on the bright side, happy, chappy kind of person. And even though situations can be really trying sometimes, and some people can find it really annoying that you're just like, it's gonna be okay, or it has to be okay, I'm really feeling positive about this whole situation. And as much as it breaks my heart, and I wish with every fiber in my body that I could just scoop up my little baby and breastfeed and just cuddle the crap out of baby Surprise and just hold the heck out of that little dumpling. I can't right now, and I do understand that it's for the good, it's for the better. This is how our journey starts. Our journeys with all my 3 babies have started really different, and even though I've never really experienced this, and this for me is completely new, completely out of my comfort zone, completely out of my element, half the time I have no idea what I'm doing. I feel like this is how it's meant to be. We tried all we could to edit the journey, and it just didn't work out. And so I've kind of sort of accepted that this is how it has to work out. In as stressful and sometimes really heartbreaking as it is, I can't help but look on the bright side. I can't help it. I'm gonna go ahead and eat breakfast. I feel really drowsy too. That's why I couldn't stay upstairs for too long. And I don't want to be falling or yawning. The one thing I hate the most is when you're trying to have a conversation with somebody and they like just yawning. It's like, really, are you just bored or tired? So I'm gonna go ahead and quickly munch on this. Daisy just texted me to let me know that he just put Peanut down for his morning nap back at home. But when he wakes up, they're gonna come over here, which I'm very excited for. I haven't seen my babies in over 24 hours, which is crazy. I miss the heck out of them so much. So I'm gonna quickly munch on this, take a small nap, and then wait for my babies and a hubby bear, and then we'll just chill and wait for my doctor to discharge me. And just in case you guys are wondering what's going on here, this is actually my breakfast and this is Deeze's breakfast. We had ordered because we hadn't quite decided whether or not he'll be here or go home with the kids. We hadn't figured out what worked best at the time, but as you can tell, he's not here for breakfast. So I'm gonna eat his breakfast, but he'll be here for lunch, so he'll be able to eat his own lunch. It is only 6 minutes after 9 a.m. right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to take a small nap because this pill is driving me mental. Quick update on what's happening. My gynae just came in now to undress my scar, clean up my scar, and put on sort of like a clear, I don't want to call it tape, but whatever it is they call it here, and officially discharge me from the hospital. The nurse just came in now to give me the prescription that I have to buy, like all the painkillers I'm gonna need when I get home. It feels bittersweet, but we still have a few hours to stick around if we want, which I think that's what we're gonna do, because I need to pump 2 more times and then take the milk up to baby Surprise, and then we're gonna get heading home. My heart is palpitating just talking about this. I'm trying to not make it an emotional experience, because honestly, baby Surprise is in good hands. This is the best place for right now for that little dumpling to be at, and there's literally no other way. And a part of me is actually kind of grateful because I need to heal. It would be so much more of a mission to try and tender to a preemie baby at home while I'm in pain. So looking on the bright side. In the meantime, I've been doing what I do best when I need a distraction. I'm making like mini Instagram 1-minute clips while I'm watching. Yeah, the TV is literally that tiny. I'm watching The Hate U Give. This movie always gets me crying. It is such an emotional movie. Too real, too close to home, but I love it. Hi. Daddy looks like what? Does he look like a their dad?
Because he cut off his beard.
He did what?
He cut off his beard.
Really? Dizzy has officially grown his beard for how long now? 2 years. Probably a little over 2 years. So he started letting it grow out when he started his master's, and he's officially done with school. He submitted his master's paper, and the plan was to shave it off when he's done submitting. But then baby Surprise was like, surprise, I'm over here. And then we had to edit the cutoff date and say once the baby is born. Baby Surprise made a grand surprising entrance. So we're only doing it now, 2 days after baby Surprise is born. And I get to be the one to do it, to do it. Let's do this.
I've tried, written down the words to say it is time. I've been waiting 5 days to explain how you make me feel inside. Baby, got it all figured out, wanna do this right. There's no doubt in my mind, baby, you're the one. And tonight I am going all the
End of flashback.
Hi, brother. Sister, please, can you come help me with brother here before he hurts himself? He wants to open the chips. Go take a seat, puppy. Yeah, we're gonna open now.
This looks cute.
Right? The dumplings are here. I'm busy pumping still. Look. He's gonna push the vat. This is why I'm so grateful there's no baby in there. Look at this boy with sprinkles spilling everywhere. You're crushing them. Can I get a huggy? Oh, thank you. Mwah. Now we eat your Pringles from the floor, right?
Pringles.
What is he doing in the dustbin? This is why it was easier to keep them at home, to be honest. Who did my what?
Your hair.
I didn't do anything to my hair. I just took out the pin. We should have done something with your hair, boo, because tomorrow it's Monday. Guess what?
What?
I love you.
I love you too.
Here's what I need to talk to you about. Remember when mommy wasn't feeling well on Thursday? And we had to rush and grab you from school before you went to ballet and stuff? So they took the baby out of mommy's tummy. But the baby is not feeling very well just yet.
Please just give me a second.
Oh, what are you doing? He's destroying sister's food. So the baby's not feeling 100% well just yet. Do you know what this means? It means we can't take the baby home just yet. But the baby's doing well. The baby's nice and toasty. A bit tiny, but still very big. Yeah. So we have to leave the baby, but we're all gonna go home today, even me. You guys are here to fetch me. Yeah.
But why is your tummy still big?
Because that's how it happens. After the baby comes out, the tummy is still big. You know, because it took forever for the tummy to get bigger when the baby was growing. So after you take out the baby, the tummy doesn't get small immediately. It takes a while for it to get smaller again. But by Friday, it's gonna be small.
By Friday?
Yeah. Is it too far?
Yes.
Really? Anyway, I wanted to show you something. Careful under the table. What is he doing under the table? You ready? Look at the baby's foot. The baby's got lots of hair. I know.
So it's a girl.
Is it?
Yes, girls have lots of hair. Like
Okay.
me.
So when the baby's got lots of hair, it means it's a girl? It's holding my little pinky. It's so
It's so tiny than brothers.
It's tinier than brothers, yeah.
And then when it's older enough, then I can carry it like this.
Yes. How does that make you feel that we can't take the baby home?
It makes me feel fine.
You feel fine. Fine is good. You know why? Because baby is in good hands. The doctors are going to take care of the baby while we're at home, and I'm going to bring the milk for the baby so the baby can eat.
You mean drink?
Oh, drink. True story.
How can you eat a tea?
That went much better than
They don't have
expected.
the store.
Yeah, but honestly, babe, I needed to tell you that, okay? So that you don't get worried about the baby, all right? The baby's doing great. I needed to talk to her about it because I don't want to assume that everybody's doing okay and that everybody is just fine with the whole situation, especially because I know she's more of a feely, touchy kind of child, yeah?
When are you gonna buy me some tea?
So I needed to do that. The plan was that we're gonna stay here for an extra hour, an hour and a half or so that I can pump one more time and take the milk upstairs to the freezer before we go home. However, it is so chaotic. This room is too tiny for 2 kids who want to run around and walk around and do stuff. So I'm like, you know what, it's fine. Let's go home. I will pump as hard as I can tonight, today, so that Dizzy can drop it off tomorrow on Monday, and I'll come on Tuesday. We still need to figure out the schedule, but I'm trying not to cry because, like I said, all good things. Dizzy went upstairs now to go and take the milk to the freezer that I had pumped, and he's telling me that baby surprise tested for a little bit of jaundice earlier today after I went to check up on the little dumpling, and so they had to, there's some blue light or whatever they use for the jaundice. Oh, my heart. I need to go upstairs now to go say sort of like see you later or tomorrow, and I'm physically not able to get up right now, but I need to go. I have to be strong for this little dumpling, because this is literally the best place for baby surprise to be, so that baby surprise can get stronger and come home to us. But it's hard. Nobody said it would be easy, right? So I guess this is it. I did have a good chat with the sister, the nurse who's taking care of a little dumpling, and she explained to me that the reason why they have the jaundice light on is because the test came back at a 10. The jaundice tests came back at a 10 this morning after I left, and 10 is basically not too stressful. It's still early days for the jaundice, but they just want to catch it and nip it in the bud while they can, which I'm all for. It's just so intense to watch on your tiny little baby. Dizzy looks very overwhelmed at this point. I don't even know how I can help him when I need so much help myself. I honestly have no idea how we're gonna do this when we get home, and that's why I'm kind of like glad in a way, in a strange way, that baby surprise gets to stay here, because I need to heal. But oh man, it was hard seeing baby surprise under the blue light with the little shades on. So adorable, but still so hard. Anyway, I'm waiting for Dizzy to get back. I asked him to bring me a painkiller because I'm in so much pain. I was literally just dragging myself to go see baby surprise upstairs before I go, but I'm not gonna make it to the car at all. I'll just fold over in half because I'm in that much pain. I'm waiting for him to bring that, and then we have to leave the form so they can do the certificate for baby surprise, which hopefully we can get tomorrow or Tuesday the latest. My mind is scrambling at this point. I'm so used to being so organized and having my shit together, and you know, sometimes God will throw curveballs at you to remind you who is in control, and I really appreciate those curveballs. I just didn't see this one coming, so it's kind of frustrating. It's like being stuck between worlds. You're a mom to a newborn baby, but you don't have a newborn baby with you, and so life has to carry on, but you're still kind of stuck. Quick stop along the way before we get home. We actually stopped at a hospital just next to where we stay because we need to get painkillers for this woman.
Which way?
This one.
Aren't you supposed to say me?
Why do you need medicine? Oh, you mean I should say me? Oh. So we need to get that. Dizzy ran in quickly. He has my ID and medical aid card. I hope they're going to be able to help him. I don't remember buying anything from the pharmacy here, but we have been here a few times. This is where we bring Peanut for his pediatrician appointments. Home, sweet home.
Everybody,
oh my gosh.
my mommy's looking like a burger.
Bye, Felicia. The last time I was here was literally Thursday morning. I was scrambling to grab my porridge, or was it even oats? I don't remember, to get to the car so we can get to work. And I'm only getting back on Sunday. Life is unpredictable.
Tonight we're running on the